Vanakkam. Welcome to the monthly news bulletin of Yarl Marai TV. News editor Reverend Father Anton Stephen. Sponsored by Reverend Father J. Emmanuel. I am Dilani Edward Nathan.
I am Abhisha Ganesalingam.
First, the headlines. Jaffna Catholic Commission affirms historical and ecclesial ties of Katchatheevu to Sri Lanka.
One mum documenting the historic Krishanthi case released in Jaffna.
Eucharist, fountain of Synodality. Cardinal Roche addressed clergy of Northern and Eastern Dioceses.
Jaffna Diocese marks 90th anniversary of Reverend Father Jim Brown's disappearance.
Jaffna to host interreligious conference on national unity.
North and East mark International Day of the Disappeared with protest for justice.
Jaffna Diocese tightens regulations on church sound systems. Now the news in detail. The Justice and Peace Commission of the Catholic Diocese of Jaffna has clarified that Katchatheevu has always been part of Sri Lanka, rejecting recent claims in India suggesting otherwise. In a statement issued on August 6 titled The Heating Debate on Katchatheevu, the Commission emphasized that the island was never ceded by India. The Commission recalled that in 1974, under the Congress government led by Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, it was explicitly affirmed that Katchatheevu was under Sri Lankan administration and that India would not assert severity over it. The statement noted that the issue often resurfaces in India politics, particularly in Tamil Nadu, and intensifies during election period or when Indian fishermen are arrested for crossing Sri Lankan maritime boundaries, damaging nets or fishing illegally. Politicians in Tamil Nadu frequently suggest that taking back Katchatheevu would resolve these challenges, the Commission observed. Highlighting the historical and ecclesial significance of the island, home to St. Anthony's Church and long-standing parish tradition, the Commission cited archival records, parish registers of Delft, and oral tradition that confirm Katchatheevu was never under Indian administration. It concluded that discussion about ceding or retrieving the island are historically unfounded and hold no validity.
His Eminence, Father Cardinal Roche, Prefect of the Dicastery for Divine Worship and the Discipline of the Sacraments, visited Sri Lanka and met with priests and religious of the Northern and Eastern Dioceses on September 2nd. The gathering was convened by the Northern and Eastern Bishops' Council, chaired by its President, Right Reverend Dr. Noel Emmanuel, Bishop of Trincomalee. The event began with a Eucharistic celebration, followed by discussions on pastoral and ecclesial matters. At the outset, Cardinal Roche was welcomed with traditional Tamil cultural honors. In his keynote address on the theme Eucharist, Fountain of Synodality through Communion, the Cardinal reflected on the centrality of Eucharist in fostering communion within the Church. Among those present were Right Reverend Dr. Emmanuel Fernando, Bishop Emeritus of Manna, Right Reverend Dr. Anton Ranjit, Apostolic Administrator of Batikola, along with more than 200 priests from the Northern and Eastern Dioceses who actively participated in the event.
The Tamil translation of the seminal book Vanmam, authored by prominent lawyer and human rights activist Mr. Bhagavadas Srikandadas, was officially launched on September 2nd at Chammani Junction in Jaffna. The event was organized by the Center for the Right of Life of Tamils, led by Mr. Madhusudan. The book provides a meticulous documentary account of the legal proceedings from the Krishanthi murder case, one of the Sri Lanka's most pivotal and tragic human rights cases. The launch ceremony featured a panel of distinguished speakers who offered critical insights and reflection. The speakers included Reverend Father Vasandan, Mr. P. Ayingaranesan, Mr. Nagamuthu Inbanayagam, Kadhyana Amarasinghe, Darindu Uduvaragedara, Mr. Jude Dinesh, Ms. Ranitha Nyanaraj, Mr. Veerasingam, Mr. Udayasilan Katkandu, Mr. Nadarajar Kandiban. The event saw strong attendance from political leaders, human rights defenders, and members of the public, underscoring the case's enduring significance and the book's profound impact. Originally written in English by Mr. Srikanth Das, who was directly involved in the legal process, the Tamil translation of Vanmam ensures the crucial historical and legal records is accessible to a broader readership, particularly within the Tamil community most affected by the case.
The 19th memorial of Reverend Father Jim Brown, who was forcibly disappeared in Alaipati in 2006, was observed on August 20 at St. John the Baptist Church, Alaipati. Father Jim Brown, a dedicated priest of the Diocese of Jaffna, had been serving war-affected communities under Sri Lankan army control when he went missing along with Mr. Vincent Vimaladas. Their whereabouts remain unknown to this day, leaving families and the community still yearning for truth and justice for the forcibly disappeared.
The Jaffna District Interreligious Council announced plans to host an interreligious conference focused on strengthening national unity through religious harmony. The event will take place on Saturday, October 4, 2025, from 9 am to 12 noon at the Jaffna Thiruvalluvar Cultural Centre. The announcement was made during a press conference held at the Bishop's House in Jaffna. Council members highlighted that the conference themed Religious Ceremonies Promoting National Unity aims to foster dialogue, mutual understanding and collaboration among diverse communities. The initiative seeks to provide a platform to interfaith reflection and cooperation, contributing to a more peaceful and inclusive society. Organizers emphasized the importance of unity in strengthening communal relations and promoting lasting peace. The press meet was attended by Srivasri Kirubananda Kurukal, President of the Jaffna District Interreligious Council, Nahaviharaya Vimala Thero, Rally Maulavi, Reverend Father Jabaratnam, co-presidents of the council, and 2 other council members.
Across the northern and eastern regions, families of the disappeared, civil society organizations and political leaders staged protests on August 30, marking the International Day of the Disappeared with renewed calls for truth and justice. In Jaffna, the demonstration began at Kittu Park and proceeded through ceremony, a site symbolic of past atrocities. The protest was jointly organized by political parties and civil society groups, drawing the participation of religious leaders, activists and relatives of the disappeared. Carrying photographs of their loved ones, families reiterated their long-standing demand for international justice for the Tamil genocide and accountability for enforced disappearances. Speakers at the event emphasized that despite years of appeals, the Sri Lankan state has failed to provide answers regarding the fate of thousands who went missing during and after the civil war. They urged the international community to intervene, stressing that justice cannot be delayed any further. Similar demonstrations were held across the northern and eastern provinces, uniting communities in their struggle for recognition and redress for the injustices endured.
A signature campaign demanding international justice over the mass graves, including those at Sammani, and acts of genocide in Sri Lankan's northern and eastern provinces, was launched in Jaffna district on August 29. Organized by Tamil national political parties and civil society groups, the campaign began in front of the Jaffna bus stand and drew participation from political leaders and members of the public. Earlier, a similar campaign took place in Vavuniya district from August 23rd to 28th, organized by the Homeland Movement, culminating in gathering at the old bus stand with political leaders, youth and residents. Both initiatives called to the United Nations and the international community to secure a permanent political solution and justice for the Tamil people.
Reverend Father Jabaratnam, Vicar General of the Diocese of Jaffna, has urged all parishes to strictly observe established guidelines on the use of loudspeakers during church services. First adopted at the 2016 Pastoral Congress under the theme Let Us Live Anew, these regulations are intended to prevent disturbances to students, schools, patients and the elderly living near church premises. According to the norms, weekday and Sunday masses are to be amplified only within church walls, while feast day celebration may use loudspeakers restricted to the church compound. The matter was reiterated at the Jaffna Diocese Priest Council meeting. On August 28, chaired by Right Reverend Dr. Justin Pragasam, Bishop of Jaffna. The Council also proclaimed 2026 as the year of social communication in the diocese and passed resolution on the responsible use of parish audio systems and the strategic installation of statues along public roads for both devotional and community purposes. Reverend Father Jebaratnam emphasized the vital role of priests, religious and lay faithful in ensuring compliance, highlighting these measures as a socially responsible initiative for the broader community.
The Catholic Bishops' Conference of Sri Lanka met President Anurakumara Dissanayake at the Presidential Secretariat to discuss pressing national concerns with particular focus on children's education. The meeting, which took place on August 20th, was attended by Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit, Archbishop of Colombo, Right Reverend Dr. Harold Anthony Pereira, President of the Bishops' Conference, and other diocesan bishops. As part of their regular triannual council, the bishop addresses key challenges facing the country and explores solutions to improve welfare of communities nationwide.
Right Reverend Dr. Anthony Pragasam, Bishop of Manna Diocese, met with Sri Lankan President Anurakumara Dissanayake at the Presidential Secretariat in Colombo on August 18 to address key issues affecting the district. The bishop raised concerns about ongoing sand mining and wind power generation projects and emphasized the need to bring Mannar General Hospital under central government administration. In response, President Dissanayake assured that relevant authorities would consult local communities and take the necessary steps to resolve these matters, according to a statement issued to the media by Reverend Father Thamulnesan, Vicar General of the Diocese of Mannar.
The Northern and Eastern Bishops' Conference, bringing together bishops and vicars general from the dioceses of Jaffna, Mannar, Trincomalee and Batticaloa, was held on August 11th at the Holy Family Convent Hall in Rambaikulam, Vavuniya. Presided over by Right Reverend Dr. Noel Emmanuel, Bishop of Trincomalee, the meeting discussed the recent visit of Cardinal Roche, Prefect of the Dicastery for Divine Worship and the Discipline of the Sacraments, who met priests and religious of the Northern and Eastern Dioceses at Mado Shrine and delivered a key address on the theme, Eucharist, Fountain of Synodality through Communion. The conference also focused on ongoing mineral sand mining and wind power projects on Mannar Island, as well as general diocesan matters in the Northern and Eastern provinces. Attending the meeting were Right Reverend Dr. Anthony Pragasam, Bishop of Mannar, Right Reverend Dr. Anton Ranjit, Apostolic Administrator of Batticaloa, along with the Vicars General of Jaffna, Mannar and Trincomalee.
The newly constructed administrative building at the Nefart Foundation Fishing Net Production Factory was inaugurated on August 29. The ceremony was led by Reverend Father Aloysius Andodonesius, Director of Caritas Jaffna Quebec, and Right Reverend Dr. Nyastri Pragasam, Bishop of Jaffna, blessed and officially opened the building. The event was attended by Jaffna government agent Mr. Pradeepan as the chief guest, former Caritas Quebec directors, Reverend Father Jayakumar and Reverend Father Eugene Francis as guest of honor, and Dr. Mrs. Sudarshini, head of the Department of Fisheries at the University of Jaffna. NEFAD Executive Council members, including Vicar General Reverend Father Jebaratnam and Procurator General Reverend Father Nesanayaka, along with priests, religious, staff and well-wishers, also participated in the event.
In a significant step toward inclusive ministry, the servants of charity, widely known as the Gunelians, officially commenced their apostolate for children with disabilities and special needs in the Diocese of Jaffna. On August 15, the foundation stone for their new mission center in Vivekananda Kilinochchi was blessed and laid by Reverend Father Jebaratnam, Vicar General of the Diocese of Jaffna. Reverend Father Susai Rathinam, Vicar General of the Gunelians, formally announced the congregation's commitment to begin their pastoral and social work in the region. The ceremony, attended by priests, religious sisters and parishioners from across the Kilinochchi deanery, reflected a strong sense of communal support for the transformative initiative. The new mission underscores the diocesan dedicated to holistic care, empowerment and inclusion for children with special needs, marking a milestone in the Church's ongoing service to vulnerable communities.
The renovated St. John the Baptist Church in Alai was officially reopened on August 17, following the completion of restoration work. The reopening ceremony, organized under the guidance of parish priest and Dean of Islands, Reverend Father Bernard Regno, was blessed by Reverend Father Jebaratnam, Vicar General of Jaffna Diocese, who also led the inaugural Mass. The event was attended by several priests, religious sisters, and local faithful who gathered to celebrate the restoration of their parish church.
The graduation ceremony for students of Sri Lanka's St. Joseph's Theology Colleges who completed the Bachelor's of Arts degree in Christian Studies was held on August 8 at the Archbishop's House in Colombo. The event was presided over by His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit, Archbishop of Colombo and Chancellor of the Colombo St. Joseph's Theology College. A total of 87 students received their degrees, including 11 from the Diocese of Jaffna and 11 from the Diocese of Marai. The academic program is affiliated with the Pontifical Urbaniana University in Rome. This year, Mrs. Prims Jureka, a student from the Jaffna branch, achieved the second highest national score, bringing pride to the Diocese of Jaffna. The Jaffna branch of the college continues to grow under the leadership of Bishop Right Reverend Dr. Justin Yanapragas. The development of the college has been supported by former directors Reverend Father Ravichandran, Reverend Father Jayaranjan and Reverend Father Raviraj, as well as the current director Reverend Father David, together with dedicated diocesan priests and lay lectures. And now, to conclude the monthly news bulletin, here are the headlines once again. Jaffna Catholic Commission affirms historical and ecclesial ties of Katchatheevu to Sri Lanka.
One mum documenting the historic Krishanthi case released in Jaffna.
Eucharist, Fountain of Synodality. Cardinal Roche addressed clergy of Northern and Eastern Dioceses.
Jaffna Diocese marks 90th anniversary of Reverend Father Jim Brown's disappearance.
Jaffna to host interreligious conference on national unity.
North and East mark International Day of the Disappeared with protest for justice.
Jaffna Diocese tightens regulations on church sound systems. Thank you for watching. Vanakkam.